Welcome to our spring band concert tonight at Laurel Park Middle School. My name is David Sleva. I'm the band director here. I'm pleased to have on stage our sixth grade band. And of course, in the wings waiting is our seventh and eighth grade combined band. We hope you're going to enjoy our program tonight. We've worked really hard as separate classes, and then over the past couple days, really is all we've had to combine. So this is a lot of work, and tonight is the culmination of that. Please enjoy. We're going to move on now to a song called Point 5, which is written by a lady named Laura Estes, a band director, a longtime band director and composer. This features several different sections, several different things within the band. One thing that you guys might notice is that there's some folks that are kind of getting up and taking some different places. These guys are trying out percussion for the first time this concert. So there's several folks that had wanted to give that a shot, and we're going for that. They haven't had all year on percussion like they have on their instruments, so clarinet, sax, trumpet, trombone, etc. So they're doing a new thing, brand new thing, and I think they're doing a very good job with it. But it's featuring a lot of different situations. So on your program, I've notated those folks, those students that are trying out percussion for the very first time this spring. That'll be also something that we'll introduce for both concerts next year in the 7th grade, and then by the time they get to be 8th graders, we'll make that a full-time kind of thing. We hope you enjoy Point 5. a lot of excitement in the air. SOLs are near. That's not what the excitement's about? Oh, okay, sorry. Our last song tonight is entitled Giant's Lair. And this is kind of exactly what you would imagine. We're sort of traveling into the cave, into the lair of a giant. One kind of neat thing for these guys about this tune, there's only one written dynamic. Dynamics means volume in music. And that's one called forte, which means loud. Middle school bands usually don't have a tough time playing loud. So what we decided to do, and this was my initiative to the classes, and pretty much it was a consensus thing. We had to have some back and forth discussions between the classes, but what I gave the challenge of the students was to find out where some good places to put their own dynamics would be, and we would play them as a group. So there's some quiet parts, there's some parts that are kind of in the middle, and there's some parts that get a little bit louder as we sort of reach the conclusion of whatever does or doesn't happen at the end of Giant's Lair. After this group, we'll have a short change of stage, and then we'll be on with our 7th and 8th grade band. Start off the 7th and 8th grade combined band with a selection called Plaza de Toros. This is a really exciting march, and it's in the style of like a Spanish sort of, it's called a paso doble. This is evocative of the bullfighting ring, and we hope that we end up on the right side of the bull on this one. there's a few students who I'm going to have stand up here in a second. There's some opportunities as we get into being 8th graders, 7th graders, 8th graders that these guys don't quite have yet, but we were able to audition for some special groups. One of those groups would be all district band, and we had several folks that auditioned for all district band in the 8th grade. Our district goes basically from South Boston all the way to Blacksburg, all the way over to Lynchburg, and everything in between. So it's a huge, huge geographic district, and there's lots of middle schools that are represented in that area. And we had some students that made all district band this year. I'm going to have them stand up. Jed Britton. They seem super excited about standing up, but let's give them a hand. Tyler Harding. Aaron Callie. He's sitting down back there behind the drum set, right from the It's a very competitive district, and a lot of folks that try out from all the schools that try out don't end up making it. So to have 4 that made that, it's an accomplishment. We had a few, and I'm just going to extra brag on them. We had a couple that made first chair in the entire district out of all the middle school students that auditioned. Jed Britton and Tyler Harding made first chair out of the entire district. So definitely kudos to those guys. I'm going to introduce some special students after this next tune. This is called Oncoming Storm. And so the other special ensemble that our students have participated in, those that auditioned for all district, and then some that we were able to plug in from all the different participating schools just based on need, is called All Area Band. And that was kind of an ensemble where our school, Philadelphia-Collinsville Middle School, Martinsville Middle School, Patrick, the middle school in Patrick County, and then Benjamin Franklin up in Franklin County, we all got together and have a little smaller version of all district band. But it provided a great challenge for these guys, and it had some great music as well. I'm going to have them stand up just as I see them. Callie Williams was able to participate in that. Savannah Graver. Julie Robarge. Colton Lewis. Of course, Jen Britton. Tyler Harding. All the way back over into the trumpet section, Jackson Wall. Devin Williams. Elizabeth Robarge. Bryson again, Wade Crew and Bryson. Back there on the timpani, Joseph Schrader. Jonathan Garcia Alvarez. And Larry Callie again. For all district and all area band, I do have some certificates to give to these guys. Unfortunately, we're in here, and the certificates are in there, in the band room. So I'll get those to those guys pretty soon. We're gonna have our next selection called Wildfire. Kind of like teaching middle school is like a wildfire. It's just crazy. It's also like an oncoming storm or being attacked by a bull. It's an interesting proposition. I have a fun time with these guys. I like to pick at them a little bit, if you can't tell. But we're going to play Wildfire. Starts off very slow and mysterious, and things pick up from there. So I told the 8th graders in class today that I was going to do this. I got a little bit mushy and gushy with them earlier. It's always special to see a group of 8th graders go on into high school, or seniors go on into wherever they're going from there. I've taught at both levels. It's a special thing. For these 8th graders, they were 6th graders during the pandemic, during the height of the pandemic, I should say. And so they're basically their entire 6th grade year was online, doing band through Zoom. And for the few that did come back on campus, we were here for, I think it was a couple days a week, and that was very limited. So it was a very, very interesting start to their band journey, and they have done some amazing things in 2 years. So 8th graders, I'm going to miss you guys here next year, but those of you guys that are continuing with band, which I think is a pretty good number of you guys, as high schoolers at Magna Vista, I wish you all the best of luck, and I know you're going to do well. Carry on the things that we've started here and continue with them in Magna Vista's band program, and make that band program flourish over there. So let's hear it for the 8th graders. To continue our theme of a middle school being a perilous time, we're going to continue with a song from Top Gun, the original Top Gun movie, which I think has made it into the new Top Gun Maverick as well. This is Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins, and we can't fly into the danger zone without looking cool while we do it.